So, the last active trace we have on this copy of Dre's phone is at that preppy country club up in the Bluffs. This trail's pretty hot, so get over there quick, and we might find the way too rich asshole who got it. Franklin's gonna call you on the way there.
Look, let's go. Start heading over to the Pacific Bluff Country Club. We'll be in touch, all right? Hey, Mon, tell them what's going on, all right?
Right, so when you get there, find the surveillance room, break into it. Then you're gonna use the USB I gave you to hack into the security footage and upload it to our network so I can scan for leads. Okay, I got it. We're only a few hours behind. The data left in a limousine. I just ran the limo's registration through every database I can get to. It's registered to some shell company. No address, no employee list.
Damn, sounds like a dead end to me.
Yeah, except it got flagged speeding on the traffic camera network. Here's the last known location.
All right, I got it. Shit, let's go. Good work out there. Hey, what you got for us on that mansion?
So it belongs to Ben Brooks, crypto investor. Billionaire, of course.
What the hell he want with Dre Music?
Yeah, it's weird, right? So I did a little digging, and it looks like he wants to use it as an NFT.
Hey, you think he gonna sell this thing or what?
Yeah, he's setting up some hyper-exclusive gathering at his place to do a world premiere and put it up for auction.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, look, let's get our associate on that guest list. Okay, look, Ben motherfucking Brooks. If he's the kind of dude to run some crypto billionaire auction and sell Dre's music, we gonna need to get creative if we want to get you on that guest list. In my experience, these type of assholes always got a weak spot. They lawyers. Imani's already got his address. Now let's pay his ass a visit and see if he can get us in. Okay, look, I dealt with enough of these big shot lawyers to know this asshole is gonna have a whole lot of fucking security.
And we need him alive if we're gonna get the access codes and some intel on the party. Might as well get his car too. With any luck, we can just drive into the mansion with it.
Yeah, I like that. When you find him, break out the stun gun I set you up with, knock his ass out cold. Get this motherfucker back to the office. I'll take care of the interview.
And remember to take his car to the auction. We'll leave it in the garage for you. Okay, so who wants to go crash some Crypto Douche's cocktails?
So who's ready to go high society? I don't care how rich he is. This ain't his fucking music to be selling. Look, I'm gonna head over to Dre's crib because he gonna want a live update on this one. Hey, Monty, you been trying to teach Lamar ass what an NFT is?
Kinda? Not gonna lie, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, he's out there talking about non-fuckable tokens. So, yeah, whatever. Look, you got the CCTV feed for the mansion.
Yes.
Hey ladies, hey gents, hey ladies again. Thank you for coming to my little soiree. Let me apologize for the unusual arrangement this evening. I have a little business matter to attend to inside, but don't worry. Hey! Oh shit! Woohoo!
All good? They let you in?
All quiet on the security channel.
Alright, look, just be cool. Blend in. Like drink some cocktails or some shit.
Just keep your phone on. I'll use it to track where the music is.
Push the panic button. I'm watching all these niggas running out of money.
You're not a DJ, right?
Cars and the just showing off my war scars.
This DJ isn't even doing anything. The equipment is streaming music from somewhere else.
Oh, so he fucking faking it, huh?
Looks like it. I'm gonna try to track down the real source now.
I'm still in charge, tip it short with the tall numbers. Expensive cars, still extorting all the frauds coming. I could buy
Alright,
the
I
Dodgers.
did a little snooping around this guy's home network. He's sitting tight inside with music.
Okay, shit, what you think, Dre?
You know what I think? I think we should tell this motherfucker that my demos are not for sale. Fuck everybody. I wanna send a message.
Alright, you heard the man. Hey, start trashing all that shit. That ought to bring the ass out in the open.
Wow, this should be good.
Fantasies for niggas that
Hey, I don't care whatever the fuck you gotta do. Break equipment, pop a few guards, Dre on some message, and we gon' send it.
James numbers, go ahead and analyze it. Will Smith bitches in the summertime. It's still Cali love until they gun me down.